for a long time, I loved not having to make choices. And still, often, like now, sometimes I go on holidays and I still feel it, right? The beauty and the release of just kind of going with the flow and just let whatever happens. But if you want to create something, you want to get somewhere, you want to feel that sense of ownership of your life. You want to feel that the responsibility, that it feels good when you've done something and you worked hard and it worked out. That's beautiful, that there's a sense of purpose and meaning in that. If you just let life happen, you don't really have that. So I think it's a courageous act for people to engage in a process where they can recognize their own potential for choices. The choices that they had previously not seen as choices, because they don't want the responsibility of having tried and now there's an opportunity to fail. And people are scared of failure and being rejected. So I think there's something courageous around the existential mindset and way of engaging with the world, but it offers people so much ownership and responsibility, a feeling like you're really engaging with life and you're steering your ship. You're not just being carried around, you're intentionally making things happen. And if it doesn't work out, you take responsibility. And if it works out, you take responsibility and you can really celebrate. So I decided I want to live more in that way. And I understand when people choose not to do that. What I want is that people don't have any regrets of how they lived their lives later on. And I think existential coaching is a wonderful way to give people a space where they can actively make a decision of how they want to live their lives. Do they want to keep drifting, or do they want to intentionally take charge and make decisions? And I really genuinely believe there isn't a right way to live life. It's your life. You decide how you're going to choose. But I really hope that people don't look back and have regrets over how they've lived their life. And unfortunately, I see that quite a lot. Oh, where did the last 10, 20 years go? It just kind of rushed by, and I didn't feel I was part of my own life. That's difficult for me to see, because in a way, there's nothing more valuable than time lived in a conscious way, mindful, present, right? And if you just let life pass you by, it can be difficult to accept where it sweeps you to. And some of these spots take a while to get back out, and we can't really ever go back and make different decisions. And then some people have a really difficult time accepting how they've made choices 20 years ago, 10 years ago. So I want people to make conscious choices. And so this emphasis on choice that the existentialists encourage us, Sartre perhaps most of all, I think it's super valuable to engage with those kind of ideas. And so choice and freedom is always on my mind when I listen to people.